If you've ever wanted an offset smoker, a vertical smoker, a Santa Maria grill, forget about buying those and buy this instead. Thank you for stopping by Ballistic BBQ. Today I'm going to be giving you an overview of Lonestar Grills adjustable smoker and grill. And I have to tell you, I'm excited about this one. This is a very, very exciting cooker. Before I get going, I just want to say that I've been working with Lonestar Grills now for quite a few years. And probably the first thing that attracted me to this company, besides being a mom and pop, is Chris's innovations. It all started with his offset smoker. He built beautiful offset smokers, but took it a step forward and basically recognized that there was a lot of heat being wasted with the smoker box or with the Firebox. Most of your offset smoker companies will have, their shelf system kind of going over that box so you can put a pot of beans on there and keep, cook a pot of beans or keep the pot of beans warm. Chris took it several steps forward and made a versatile, usable Firebox that you could actually cook on. So you could be smoking, your brisket and, using a flat top, cooking burgers at the same time, or grilling steaks. So hats off to Chris for his innovation, and everything he touches, he makes better. Good examples at El Patron and also his pellet smokers. So bravo, Chris. We're gonna go ahead and start this review, or like I said, it's an overview from the top down. So this lid is made of 304 stainless steel, 14 gauge, and it's brushed finish. Both sides of this hood have 304 stainless butterfly exhaust dampers. And as you can see, this hood is huge. There's a lot of headroom, as we'll get into later, but both sides have the dampers. My cooker has the stainless steel pull handle, which is an option. The stainless steel hinges are very, very heavy duty. This looks like 3/16, and there are a total of 3 hinges holding that hood on. My grill also has the optional stainless steel side shelf, and this is 20 inches by 24 inches, huge, and it folds down. Like all of Lonestar Grills, smokers and cookers, comes with a Tell-True temperature gauge. And if you're not familiar with Tell-True, just look them up. They're basically the gold standard of temperature gauges. All right, let's open this bad boy up. 304 stainless steel tubular cool touch handle, and this rotates. So you can just grab onto it and open the lid. So this hood is very, very heavy. So Chris has springs on both sides of the hood to assist with opening. So it's perfectly balanced, and you can literally open it up with one finger. So now we're inside, and just I didn't mention before, the overall width of this cooker from edge to edge is 48 inches, and the overall depth is 24 inches. So as you can see, we have a top grate here. This is 12 inches deep, and it is removable. But the nice thing, again, thank you, Chris, is there's so much headroom. There's 8 inches of headroom here, so you can easily put, the biggest pork shoulders under here without having to worry. And I know I've owned traditional horizontal offset smokers, the tubular smokers, where that top shelf, there's such a small gap between that and the main shelf. It's frustrating. You're trying to get your pork shoulder in there without scraping off all the rub or the bark. My cooker has a standard expanded steel grates. There's also a stainless steel laser cut option if you wanted those. And these are both individually removable, and they're 20 inches deep, 21.5 inches wide. And LSG also has a plancha accessory, a flat top accessory that fits in here perfectly. And now we'll get inside of this cooker, and this is where you'll see the magic actually happens here. So first off, we have 2 separate fireboxes divided by a baffle in the center. So literally 2 separate fireboxes. The lifting mechanisms here are made of 304 stainless steel. When it's at its lowest point here, it's about 14.5 inches away from the bottom of where your food would be on this grate here. And you can lift it up to where it's just about 4.5 inches away. So you can get some heat here if you're, cooking steaks or whatever. On this side of the grill, I have the expanded steel charcoal basket in place. That is an accessory. The charcoal grates on both sides are adjusted with these lifting handles. Both sides, 304 stainless steel cool touch handles. adjust in seconds. We'll get these grates in before we dive any deeper. But I just want to point out the significance of having the separate fireboxes. Imagine having a fire built on this side. You're making your adjustments with this damper here where the fire is. The other side you're leaving closed. Then you're using this damper here on the food side to control the exhaust. It's literally an offset smoker. Now check this out. Get this back in place. Imagine having this whole pit filled with ribs, chicken, whatever. You're using both door dampers to keep just enough air to keep that fire burning. And the same thing goes with these lid exhausts. Now you're running it like a vertical smoker or a drum smoker, no diffusers involved. You're cooking over direct heat. The juices are dripping in there on the coals, not flaring up, but it's, atomizing. So the vapors are coming back into the food. It's a killer way to cook. I do want to point out as well that the lid, this hood, has a gasket going all the way around it. Let's get into the fireboxes, check them out. So both fireboxes are latched with, you got it, 304 stainless steel latches. All the hardware you see on this cooker, stainless steel. Get this opened. You can see there's a gasket on the door here. Plenty of room to access your firebox. In fact, the opening here from top to bottom is 16 inches. So you can see that the charcoal tray is walled in. It's 2 inches tall, and it has expanded steel bottom there, so it's going to vent really well. Get it out of the way. And believe it or not, this cooker has on both sides, this is 2 inches deep, ashtray, 304 stainless steel. It's going to last forever. Now I want to point out that the walls in this firebox are double walled. In fact, this entire cooker is double walled. So that's going to minimize that heat transfer. You're going to have a much more controllable, consistent heat on this cooker. Now my cooker is the carded version. You can see plenty of room to store charcoal, wood, whatever. The cooker comes standard with 5-inch wheels. I have the upgraded 8-inch wheels. Now what I'm doing is burning in my new cooker. Basically what I did was I loaded up both fireboxes with lump charcoal, sprayed the interior, the side walls, and the cooking grates with, I used Pam, but you want to use some type of fat, and got a fire going. I'm going to be burning this right around 300 degrees, maybe 325. You don't want to go over 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm going to do this for about 3 to 4 hours. What this will do, it does a few things actually, but we're going to start the seasoning process. It'll burn off any impurities that were left behind by the manufacturing process. But I think very important to me is it helps me get to learn the personality of this cooker. Every cooker has its own personality. So get to fiddle around with those dampers and see where I can get, see where the happy spot is temperature-wise on this cooker. So again, a very important step. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. If you have any suggestions, anything you want to see me do on this cooker, leave a comment below. If you're not subscribed, please consider hitting the sub button, ringing the notification bell, thumb it up if you like it. I hope you did. Check out the links below. See you on the next video. Cheers.